Let's go. Get the hell out of here. Hello, YouTube. So today's video on how to build muscle, how to acquire the power, is based off of Johnson's question, and Johnson wants to know, how can I build muscle? So I'm gonna guess that, like Johnson, most of you want to know, how can I build muscle? How can I accomplish my goals? How can I be shredded as fuck? Well, to do that, you have to follow 3 steps. Just 3. It's only 3, not 10, just 3. You got a D.S.T. Diet, sleep, training. Now, to break down D.S.T, the first part of D.S.T, diet. Diet is the most important thing in building muscle. You have to meet your requirements for the 3 macronutrients. Those macronutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fat. So now that we know what the 3 macronutrients are that are required to build muscle, we can then ask ourselves, how do we consume these macronutrients? In what form? Food. Do you eat it? So we get our protein, fat, and carbohydrates from food. Now the question is, how much do we need? How much of those macronutrients do we require to build muscle? Well, first and foremost, everyone has a maintenance level. Maintenance level is the amount of calories in which you no longer lose or gain weight. Well, to calculate our maintenance level, we need to know our BMR, our base metabolic rate, which is then multiplied by our level of activity to give us our total energy expenditure, also known as our maintenance level. Well, your BMR is the amount of calories that you would need if you were comatose or if you were in a coma and completely inactive. Once we have figured out our maintenance level or our total energy expenditure, we then have to add a surplus of calories in order to gain muscle. This is known as bulking. So how many calories do you add over your maintenance level? This usually ranges from 10 to 20% of your current maintenance level, or basically 300 to 600 calories, depending on your goals. Within a couple of months, or maybe even weeks, you should notice a change in your physique and a noticeable increase in muscle mass. So now that we have covered diet, which is the first part of D.S.T, we will now go over sleep. If you don't sleep, you're not going to grow. I don't care how hard you train or how hard you diet. Sleep is where most of the muscle growth occurs. When we sleep, our hormones are in a very, very, very special state, which is very optimal. During sleep, many different things come into play that are very effective for our goal to build muscle. First and foremost, when we sleep, cortisol levels decrease. Cortisol is a hormone that breaks down muscle tissue for amino acids for energy. We do not fucking want this. Also, when you sleep, testosterone and growth hormone come out to play. So how much sleep do we necessarily need for muscle growth? Well, if you can get 10 hours of sleep, aim for 10 hours of sleep. But the bare minimum is you should at least have 7 to 8 hours of sleep, 8 being your goal. And that brings us to the last part of D.S.T, training. While muscle growth occurs outside the gym, our bodies have to undergo an external stress that will cause our bodies to want to adapt to that stress. When our body adapts to that stress, that's when muscle growth occurs. To adapt to said stress, our muscles get bigger and stronger. So, to get the most out of your training, you need to give it your...
Your very best! Your very best! Your very best! Keep moving, Brock! That's it! That's it! That's it! Keep going! Don't quit on me! Keep going! I know you said it.
I'm out of strength!
Then you negotiate with your buddy to find more strength, but don't you give up on me, Brock. You keep going, you hear me? You keep going. You're doing good. You keep going. Do not quit on me. You keep going.
It hurts!
I know it hurts. You keep going. You keep going. It's all hard from here. 30 more steps. You keep going, Brock. Come on! Keep going!
Burn!
And let it burn!
Train hard or go home. No, this doesn't mean, go to the gym and do 30 sets for every muscle or train to failure on every set. Train sensibly. And there you have it. When you want to build muscle and you're in doubt, D.S.T it out. So now, go out there, build some muscle, get fit, get DelapenhaFit.
We are everything you wanted.